Hey guys, we are totally definitely reading Remember the Flowers. We are totally definitely reading it, and it is not significant or relevant whatsoever that today is the beginning of a certain month. And that's not relevant at all. Wink, wink, wink. And we are definitely reading Remember the Flowers. But, okay, there's an issue though. I have to go take care of something real quick, and I won't have time to read Remember the Flowers, but
Self-voicing enabled.
I have a
Hey,
solution, right?
he's losing a lot of blood. Are you sure it's a good idea to just leave him?
Okay, so I'm gonna leave now, right? I'm gonna take care of something. But we're still reading it, right? But I have to leave.
Of course not, but we can't get back to the in-vehicle while all of those guards are around. But we can at least dash. It'll be fine, we'll just keep him covered. Hey, help me move those crates. I feel like I'm slipping in and out of consciousness. Where am I? Why can't I open my eyes? Hey, don't worry, you'll be okay. Who dash?
Who dash?
SHHH. Just rest, we'll be back soon. I can feel him lift my head and wrap something tight around it, before placing something soft between me and the wall behind me. That'll have to do for first aid. Okay, let's move out. Right. Wait, where are you going? Where? Something hard hits my forehead, causing me to jerk my head up. Professor, if my lectures are so boring, feel free to leave. I look at my desk. He threw a chalk stick at me. We're on the third row of the lecture hall too. I don't know if I should be impressed or annoyed, maybe I'm a little bit of both. Sorry sir. I must have dozed off. Professor, I don't need you to tell me that. As a doctor, I'd hope not. As a doctor, I'd hope not.
Shh.
I mutter to myself. Professor, what was that? Nothing, nothing. And with that, my professor scoffs and turns back toward the board, pulling a new stick of chalk from a box. What a geezer. Freedom, Chapter 1.
Why do you read it out of order?
I pick up the bit he threw at me. If I had some more confidence in my aim, I'd throw it right back at him. Hey, I know what you're thinking. I turn to my right, to Diana. You always seem to. Diana, it's not worth it. I know, but dash. Diana, you can get back at him by proving yourself on the upcoming test. God, I forgot about that. The past few nights have been kind of a blur, on account of. Diana, were you up practicing again? Maybe. Diana sighs at that, to which I grimace. You know, you've really nailed your impression of my mom. Diana, well, what do you expect? You stay up all night every night. Diana, who wouldn't be concerned about that?
Diana.
I know, I know. She's right, as much as I don't want to admit it. Sorry, I'm still adjusting to this new program, and I'm trying to figure out how to weave in my own personal projects. Diana pauses, before placing an arm on my shoulder. Diana, no, don't be sorry. I shouldn't be nagging you, at least not this much. I laugh. No, I kinda appreciate it. It shows you care. Diana, well, I'm glad that's coming through. I have always been a bit worried about you. You and me both. Diana, at the very least, you seem to be absorbing a lot of the information being thrown at you. Diana, it's almost unfair how well you do on the exams with how little you study. It's all thanks to you. You've helped me a lot with figuring out my study habits. Diana, clearly not enough. How much sleep did you get last night? Irrelevant. Diana, I'm sure. I try to yawn discreetly into my hand, but I guess it wasn't discreet enough as our professor whips around and zeroes in on us. I can feel Diana's arm tense up on my shoulder, as if we got caught doing something promiscuous. Professor, something I should be made aware of, you too. Well dash. Diana stands up. Diana, oh, well, you see, he was just helping me understand the new material about the frontal cortex. I was having trouble wrapping my head around it. She's trying to play it off. Professor, oh? Is that so? Diana, I expected better from you. And to not associate with anyone who could drag you down. I feel myself getting heated. Who the hell does this dick think he is? Professor, would the fine gentleman like to stand up and share with the rest of the class? There are some whispers and murmurs across the room, all directed at us. I look in my peripheral. Diana has that "oh, I fucked up" look on her face. Still. I stand up. With all due respect, Sir Dash. Which isn't much. I'm aware you're on tenure, but I don't think it's wise to force your job on your unemployed students. Or did you forget how much our tuition costs, along with giving a proper explanation on the frontal cortex? Gasps erupt from the rest of the class. I feel hot in the face, but I'm keeping cool. I can't say the same for our professor. I think he just snapped his new stick of chalk in two. I can see him squirm to find some kind of legal retort. Tenure or not, I'm pretty sure throwing shit at me is grounds for removal. Maybe not, but I'm not going to crack for the likes of him. I shift my hand to my hip. I'm waiting, Professor. Now he's the one looking red in the face, more so out of anger. I bet that's the most blood flow he's gotten in quite a while. He grumbles something insulting under his breath, before turning to angrily write with his now broken chalk. That's what I thought, asshole. I sit back down and take a deep breath. I'm not cut out for these kind of performances. Neither is Diana. We look at each other, somewhat mortified, before bursting out in laughter. It's thankfully covered by the bell. I help Diana gather her notes. She has a real knack for organized chaos. I guess I've rubbed off on her as well. We make our way out of the lecture hall, still laughing. Lotus seeds. Diana, glad to see you've been taking. Diana,
Okay, guys, man,
Diana,
that was such a good episode of Remember the Flowers. Sorry, I couldn't read it myself. I was busy doing something. I was doing chores. That's why I couldn't read it. But I don't know. It's pretty cool so far. Yeah. And the day this video is being uploaded isn't important or relevant or contextual at all. And man, wow, such a it's a pretty cool visual novel, right? Maybe I'll even be able to read it next time. Anyway, thank you guys.